Hello, and welcome to the screencast on Chapter 22, Managing Our Waste. And in this screencast, we are going to talk about recycling materials from landfill and incentives to help address waste. And we're going to be talking about something that I had already mentioned to you in class. So, with the improved technology for sorting rubbish and recyclables, businesses and entrepreneurs are weighing the economic benefits and cost from rummaging through landfills to salvage materials that are valued and can be recycled. So these materials are metals such as aluminum, steel, and copper, and other metals as well, that are very abundant in some landfills to make salvage operations very profitable when market prices for metals are high enough. Americans throw out so many aluminum cans that at the 2013 prices for aluminum, the nation buries $1.7 billion of metal in its landfills each year. So that's a ton. If we could retrieve all of the aluminum from the U.S. landfills, it would exceed the amount the world produces from a year's worth of mining ore. So we're talking about tons and tons of metal that we filled in these landfills. Another thing that we can do is harvest methane that leaks from the open dumps in the developing countries, and we can use that methane, we can burn it to heat water into steam that could generate a turbine that could provide electricity. So that is an opportunity. There's organic waste that could be mined and sold as premium compost. There's also the landfill waste that could be incinerated into newer, cleaner waste-to-energy burning products. And companies are even looking into gaining carbon credits by harvesting the methane that we mentioned that leaks from the dumps. So the cost of mining landfills and meeting regulatory requirements while commodity prices change unpredictably have meant that investing in landfill mining has been pretty risky. So this is one of the reasons why we don't see many people moving to this direction very quickly. So let's talk about some financial incentives that help to address the waste and limiting the waste. Consumers get economic incentives that can help reduce the waste stream. There is something that is referred to as pay-as-you-throw approach, where a homeowner pays based on the amount of trash they put out to the curb each year. The less waste generates the less waste generated, the less one has to pay. So today we have about 7,000 programs that do this. I know we were talking about this in class, bottle bills, and this is where consumers pay a deposit and receive a refund on returning bottles. So I had said to you it was like 2 cents. Most places now are a nickel or a dime. And the U.S. actually has about 10 states that are involved in this right now. Pennsylvania is no longer involved. There are 23 nations that have these laws where consumers pay a deposit on the bottles or cans, and when they return them, they get that deposit back. And as I said, the average is about 5 cents per container. So they receive a refund. This started in the 1970s, and it was done to cut down on litter and decrease the waste stream. It proved very effective and popular. Bottle bills reported that their average container litter decreased by 69 to 84%. Their total litter decreased by 30 to 65%, and their per capita container recycling rates rose 2.6 fold. So more people were turning in their bottles to be recycled. The beverage container recycling rates for the states with bottle bills are 2.5 times higher than the rates without them. So more people, again, proving more people were taking the bottles and returning them. In 2013, 11 states were seeking to establish or expand their programs, which is a testament to the lobbying influence of the beverage industries. Grocery retailers, which have traditionally opposed passage of bottle bills, were actually seeking legislation to allow it to happen. There are two challenges that they face, and I just want to okay, let's take a look at this graphic before we go on with the challenges. So here are states with no deposit, states with a 5-cent deposit, 5-cent plus, 10-cent plus. So our states without their recycling rate is about 20% for beverage containers, where those that have a deposit like Massachusetts and New York, Hawaii, Oregon, Iowa, Michigan, Vermont, and California, they're up to 90% or 80% in their recycling. So I wanted to mention there are some challenges that they face. As I said, there's two challenges. One, to amend these laws, they need to include new kinds of containers. So New York State, they showed 70% of the public favored expanding their state's law to include more types of containers. And in 2009, they added bottled water containers to the law's coverage. So when we talk about the bottled water, we're talking about the big 5-gallon jugs that they use for in homes and businesses. They mandated that most of the $140 million in unclaimed deposit money, so there's $140 million where people did not go back and get the refund, that unreturned containers go to the state rather than the bottling industry, so the state can use that, maybe lower taxes, use it for some kind of program. The second challenge for the bottle bill states is to adjust refunds for inflation. In the 42 years that Oregon has been doing this, their bottle refund value was 5 cents, but the price of the nickel, or the value of the nickel, has dropped such today that you would need 28 cents to value what a nickel was back in the 70s when they set this. Proponents argue that increasing the refund amounts will raise return rates, and available data that is around supports this view. So let's take a look at Edmonton, Alberta. This is a Canadian city that showcases the reduction in recycling. It has created one of the world's top waste management programs. 40% of the city's waste goes to its sanitary landfill, 15% is recycled, and an impressive 45% is composted. The residents put their trash out at the curb, and city trucks take it to their co-composting plant. This is a place that is about the size of 8 football fields. It's the largest North American waste facility. The waste is then dumped on the floor of the facility, and then the large items such as furniture are removed and landfilled, so they're taken to the landfill. The bulk of the waste then will be mixed in dried sewage, sludge, and they'll mix that for about 1 to 2 days. And they will put that in 5 large rotating drums so it gets mixed. Each of these are the length of 6 buses. That's how big the drums are. The resulting mix will travel on a conveyor to a screen that removes any non-biodegradable items, and then it's aerated for several weeks in a very large stainless steel building. The mix is then passed through a finer screen and left outside for 4 to 6 months. The resulting compost has produced about 800,000 tons a year of composting material that is made available to farmers and gardeners. The facility even filters the air it emits to eliminate any sort of odors. Edmonton's program includes a materials recycling facility, a leachate treatment plant, a research center, public education programs, a wetland, and landfill revegetation programs. There's about 100 pipes that will collect enough landfill gas to power 4,600 homes. It has brought in thousands of dollars to the city, and it's helped to power the new Waste Management Center. 5 area businesses use the recycled items from the plant. Newsprint and magazines are turned into newsprint and cellulose insulation. Cardboard, paper are converted into building paper and shingles. Household metals are made into rebar and blades for tractors and graders. And even recycled glass is used for reflective paint and signs. So Edmonton just built a new integrated processing transfer facility to handle the compostable and recyclable waste for homes and businesses. And the city will soon complete a biofuels facility to create ethanol. So they're going to do that from waste as well that cannot be recycled or composted. And with these new facilities, Edmonton is hoping for a goal to recover about 90% of its waste stream. So that's quite a bit. Okay, we're going to end this screencast here, and I'm going to try to get this posted for you tonight as well.